Texas tax deed auction secrets. You can find some property, possibly dirt cheap in the great state of Texas. You can flip it, make some money, and this is one of the best ways to get started in real estate in an unconventional way. You know, if you're sick and tired of seeing real estate skyrocket, you can't afford it maybe, well, Texas is a great place, and you can do these auctions online from home and buy some dirt cheap properties. Texas is one of my favorite places to get started with tax deeds. They have 254 counties and they do sales every single month. So if you haven't been getting started there and you're on the sidelines, take action, start buying some properties and making some money in real estate. And so first off, what do I love about Texas? I love, like I said, an auction the first Tuesday of every single month. So what we do is we keep an eye on the auction about 2 weeks before, okay? So we wanna go pull the list of property and then you wanna do your research. Now, remember this, about 90 to 95% of the properties are going to redeem as they get close to the sale. So you wanna make sure you have some properties that you can obviously look at. Now, one of the benefits of an online auction is the fact that you don't have to travel. One of the biggest rookie mistakes that I see people make is if they fly to an auction and they're like, oh, I don't like this, all my properties were redeemed. And then I say, well, how many properties did you look at? And they're like, well, we had 8 properties and they all got redeemed. If you're gonna travel, like for example, when we go to Houston, we always like to have, 50 to 90 properties to look at over the period of 2 days. And then the day of the auction, we're left with, anywhere between 10 to 20 properties because things get redeemed. The nice thing about doing it online is 2 things. You can actually do multiple auctions at the same time and you don't have to travel, so you can do it from home, which is absolutely awesome. The other cool thing about Texas is, first off, it's obviously a deed state. There's a 6-month right of redemption in Texas. And what that means is the homeowner has an opportunity to redeem you. But the caveat is they have to pay 25% interest on the on what you've paid. So let's say it's a $100,000 house and you get it for $20,000. Pretty good deal. We've seen deals like that all day long. They have to pay 25% interest on that $20,000. From our experience, what we've noticed is the fact that most of the time they don't redeem, okay? You end up getting the property. Now, key thing, when you get the property, it's now your responsibility. You have to insure that property, okay? So what if it burns down? We use a place called Farmer Brown's Insurance, and you can get insurance on that property and away you go. So real estate is a tool to create wealth, residual income, and a legacy, which is why you're probably here. I'd say the biggest challenge you'll face is actually taking action and actually doing it. Obviously it feels good to watch YouTube, but unless you are taking action, it's like reading a menu and expecting to feel full after a good meal, right? It's one thing to read about a nice steak. I want to eat the steak, you know what I'm saying?